Hey mama, welcome to this video. I'm Annabelle, nurse and mama for Parently, and today I'm talking to you about how to speed up your labor process so that you can get to delivery, because I know that's what you want. You hear about these moms that have 30-hour labors or even 20-hour labors and you think, oh my gosh, how am I going to do that? So our goal today is for me to give you all of these different ways where you can keep labor progressing so that you don't get stuck, so that labor does not arrest, stop, slow down, and then your doctor says, let's start the drip, let's start some pitocin, let's put them on the monitor, let's take her to C-section, because I know you don't want those things. You want to have a vaginal delivery, you want labor to just keep going, so let's talk about some of those ways. Now, the first thing I'm going to say, and I know a lot of mamas don't like this, is the best way that you can keep labor progressing is to stay at home as long as possible. And that means, hello, active labor is hot. You are hurting, you can't talk, you can't move, you know you are in active labor, just like you would know if somebody hit you on the head with a tree. So it hits you hard, and that's scary, and you think, how am I going to do that? How am I going to stay home and feel like my baby's going to come out and I should be at the hospital? And so I want to equip you for that. I want you to be fearless in your labor and delivery even when you're at home. And so I would love for you to click the link below and join my free webinar where I will teach you how to be fearless in labor and delivery so that you can have a beautiful birth experience. But that's for another time. Stay with me to the end of this video. The first thing that I'm going to talk about in helping labor progress is you need a few things. And the first thing I'm going to say is get your essential oils. So I'm going to encourage you to get lavender, frankincense, and clary sage. So these essential oils are good for a lot of different reasons. So you need those 3 essential oils. You need your exercise ball. So also known as a birthing ball, but online they're usually under exercise ball, and I will put the link below for this exercise ball. It's great, worked for me, and I think you definitely need to get this to help labor go faster. And lastly, your speaker. You need a playlist, a very relaxing playlist. Now, if you're someone who loves quiet, then okay, go with that. But if you're gonna have a playlist, it needs to be relaxing, like elevator music relaxing or spa music relaxing. And we actually do have a playlist, and we would love for you to check it out, Parently playlist. And we have a few different options for you to select from or create your own. And then you also need, of course, your labor coach, and you need your legs. So let's jump into the different things that you need to help labor go faster. All right, so let's jump into number 1, which is movement. Movement is huge when it comes to helping labor progress. When I say move, let's first talk about walking. You need to be walking all throughout your pregnancy. So if you walk every day, at least 30 minutes during your pregnancy, you will decrease your C-section rate drastically. And then you feel like labor's starting, and you might feel like you want to sit down, and you just need to keep walking. Walk around your neighborhood. If you have stairs, walk up and down the stairs. If you are still working when labor starts, making sure that you walk from the parking lot into work. I worked the day that labor started, and I was having pretty strong contractions at work, but I am a nurse, and so I had a lot of walking to do, and it was good for me because walking is great for many different reasons. So when labor starts, walking helps the cervix start to open and soften. You are standing up, and gravity is your friend. So this means that baby can start to move and get into the correct position because you're standing straight and nothing is obstructing the baby from moving correctly. And also gravity. That door where that baby, your baby, is going to exit is facing the ground, which means that to exit, you need to be assisting baby to head towards the ground. So walking, walk, 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 walk. Now, honestly, I know once labor starts hitting you hard and you are heading towards active labor, you're gonna wanna rest. And there's gonna be times where you just have to stop and breathe through the contraction. And that's totally okay. Don't try to walk through your contraction. I was walking around the neighborhood while I was contracting, and I would literally stop. Everybody would be way ahead of me. My husband, my mom and dad were hanging out with me when labor started, and I just had to stop and lean over and breathe, but we just kept walking. And so then we came in the house. Do you know what is next? Is your birthing ball. This is so helpful. Make sure that your birthing ball is ready to go before labor starts, because you really don't want to be standing there pumping it up, or maybe even asking your husband to pump it up when he's trying to assist you in other ways. So make sure your birthing ball is ready to go and that you've practiced using the different birthing techniques. We would love to encourage you with those, so definitely check out our birthing techniques video. But you can sit on the birthing ball and use the different techniques. The birthing ball opens up your pelvis, helps you with flexibility. You really want your pelvis to be flexible and open for baby to come down, descend, and exit the birth canal. And if you are constantly sitting and you have your hips closed, well, you aren't practicing that flexibility. Again, the birthing ball, you can bounce and assist yourself with gravity, so helping baby get into the correct position, turning and getting engaged into the pelvis. So use your birthing ball. The birthing ball is also great for when you just want to lay on the floor and put your arms over it and breathe through your contractions. It's great support. So on top of your birthing ball and walking, start practicing squatting and some lunging with assistance to help with that opening up of your pelvis. Hands and knees, cat-cow is very helpful as well. So all of these different movements help the cervix soften and open, which has to happen. It has to get to 10 centimeters before your baby's head can exit. And when you're in your pregnancy, the cervix is completely closed, or it should be. And so it has to go from 0 to 10 centimeters. And that takes time. And again, this video is to help you shorten that time. So make sure you're getting up, you're walking, you're using your exercise or your birthing ball. You are doing different stretches to help the cervix soften and open, and to continue to open. So in the beginning of this video, I said, don't go to the hospital if you can, and your doctor is okay with it because you don't have any infections or you don't have any different concerns from the doctor, to stay at home until you're at least 5 centimeters dilated in active labor. So the interval between contractions is the same, and your contractions are lasting 30 to 90 seconds, and that interval is only 3 to 5 minutes, no more than 5 minutes apart. And you are in such severe pain, you cannot do anything else but breathe through your contractions. So when you get to that point, you can go to the hospital. And when you get to the hospital, continue to practice these different movements, getting up and out of bed, using your birthing ball. You can take your own, or the hospital might provide some. And so now that takes us into number 2 way for you to help labor progress is ambiance. Ambiance means that you are relaxed and your womanly hormones can start to release into your body. So you are a woman and you have lots of hormones, and these hormones that helped you get pregnant, your sexual hormones, are also very helpful in delivering your baby. So you want oxytocin released into your body to help contractions and to help the cervix to soften and open. So how do you get this oxytocin released? And oxytocin is the natural form of pitocin. So if you were to ever have pitocin at the hospital, which can help labor progress, means that they started you on a medication in your arm and they said, let's start the pit. That was a synthetic, a laboratory created form of oxytocin, which you have in your body, and you can release so much of that into your body to help labor progress faster. How do you do this? Again, ambiance. So sitting in a dark room, or if you want some candles, I definitely recommend electric candles, because if you have to jump up and go to the hospital, you don't want candles burning in your house still. But candles in a very dark room, so to help you relax. Your playlist that I talked about, so that very spa-like music to help you relax, concentrate on getting through each contraction and breathing through the contraction. Having your labor coach there with you, helping you breathe through those contractions. Aromatherapy, so using your essential oils if you want to use them as aromatherapy in the air, Or asking your labor coach, your husband is who we recommend and we would love to train, asking him to massage you in different pain points with the lavender and the frankincense essential oils. So you have different pain points, pressure points that can help you release some more of the hormones that can make you feel good. So hand webbing right here, if he wants to massage you here, at your ankle, your back, your temples. So different pain pressure points that he can massage you with those essential oils can help release more oxytocin. Taking a hot shower and letting that hot water just run over you, or using hot washcloths and putting them on your breast. So nipple stimulation definitely helps release oxytocin into your body. So even with your husband, if you want to be intimate with him and asking him to kiss or massage your nipples using those hot washcloths. And you can have sex to help release some of this oxytocin. Now, there is a little bit of concern about this, especially if you are in active labor, and of course, you're probably not going to feel like it. But at the beginning, when labor starts, there is some research that shows that it can help labor progress more quickly. Now, you do have to have an orgasm, and he has to ejaculate because that semen also has prostaglandins in it for you to really reap the benefits of it fully. Now, again, I'm going to say when you get to the hospital, making sure that all of these things continue to happen, because many women get to the hospital and they've progressed at home, and then sometimes that ambiance and the movement can get disrupted with monitors and IVs and noise and just more fear because people are talking about things that you didn't think were part of your birth plan. So really getting to the hospital, making sure that your labor coach or your husband knows the birth plan and can talk to those nurses about what you want, because honestly, you're not going to want to talk about it. You're not even going to want to sign your name on the dotted line because you can't. You're just trying to breathe. So making sure he knows so that when you get to the hospital, you can create that same atmosphere again. And if you follow these different tips, these things that really will help, your labor will progress more rapidly, we'll speed it up, and we'll get to pushing and delivery for you to hold your little bundle of joy in your arms. So I hope these things were helpful. I love that you stayed to the end, and I want to encourage you to click the link below and join my Fearless Labor and Delivery webinar, where we will go in depth about my 4 key steps on how to be fearless when you go into labor and delivery. All right, ladies, we will see you next time on Parently. Have a good day.